Spiritual Teaching 158. Love each other. 1. The divine light of my spirit be among you. 2. Be welcome, beloved disciples, who come like meek sheep to the call of the Good Shepherd. And if after find you inside the sheepfold, some dare to jump the fence, I will leave the others in good care to go in search of a lost, because it is not my will that one of my sheep should be lost. 3. I am watching over everyone. I am giving to your heart my peace and light to your understanding, so that you continue on the good way. And if you ever abandon it, forgetting the one who gave everything to save you and with whom you lived and comforted with the warmth of him, truly I tell you, my charity will follow you everywhere and my voice through your consciousness. He will be making the call incessant. You can't go wrong. I have made clear to you the law that you must follow. You can fool yourselves because you have a consciousness that accurately judges each of your acts, that tells you what is lawful and what is not. Know that if you ignore his advice, your actions will accuse you. Once again I say to you, I meet you so that the same way you can meet your brothers. 4. Prepare yourselves so that you will be strong, because my new apostles will not be weak, nor will they fall on the road after a short walk. They will be the ones who have enough firmness to show that they can guide with their example, their word and his thought, inspiring confidence to the crowds. 5. All of you have gifts to be the future true guides of hearts and spirits, and even of disembodied beings who live in turmoil. You can free them from their darkness by guiding them towards the light. 6. This mission is delicate and I make it understood to you through every spokesperson. 7. If anyone strays from the path due to lack of understanding in my work, I will make a new call to make him see that whoever has made a pact with God cannot go back on his path of evolution. I speak to your spirit, for which everything was darkness before he recognized me. But since the Father manifested himself on his path, he was convinced of charity and love of the divine spirit that in 3 eras has been limited in 3 different but perfect phases, to make itself understandable to the spirit of man. 8. Some want to seek the truth in other ways. I say to them, if you have reason to search, do it, but seek all truth. Others feel that they do not have to withdraw, because they understand that they are within the Father's family, without whose presence could no longer live. 9. Nobody will be able to take care of you like me. Nobody will lift you up with so much love when you fall on the path. I'm the only one that enlightens you on the path of life. Come to me, O my beloved ones, as I come to you with elevation, love, and purity. May all your actions carry spirituality and you will experience an ineffable happiness. 10. Years of trial will come, and in the middle of it, you will have to fulfill your mission. That mission will consist of helping your brothers who suffer, forgetting yourselves. 11. Do not be offended if your nation is judged by others as inferior. Show that before my love and under my law all of you are the same. May your spirit be reflected with clarity in your works, and lessons will flow from your understanding. Explanations about the errors of men in their different ideologies. 12. I want you to meditate on everything I have told you so that you will keep this teaching, and through it you will be strong in your way. 13. I do not come to trace you in this time a different path, and I can tell you how in the secondary in the Temple of Solomon. I do not come to abolish the law, but to fulfill it, because I contemplated that the doctors of the law did not understood, and that is why they were misinterpreting my word. 14. I, the Word, incarnated in Jesus, to teach humanity a doctrine of love and justice, which was based on the law given by me to humanity in ancient times, and the spiritual teaching that I am revealing to you at this time. It is to teach you the fulfillment of the doctrine of Christ, so that the Spirit climbs the heights of knowledge and spiritual truth. 15. Humanity, spiritually, is divided into religions, sects, doctrines, and ideologies, and I will demonstrate the power of my word uniting them. Although I have already told you that before this is, the world will be purifying, and the spirits will shake like the forests when the hurricane blows. Watch, because you, although ignored and humble, possess the light with which you will be able to deliver from the darkness those who walk like blind people, showing them a clear sky and a better future. 16. Stop being the conservatives of fanatical traditions and rites. Practice my word with purity, because I have told you that it will be the spiritual link that will unify peoples and races, because my word of love is universal law. 17. Out of love for you and so that you understand how far I make you worthy of me, I communicate through your understanding. But the moment will come when this form of communication is no longer necessary, and then the force of your elevation will bring your spirit closer to mine so that you can hear my divine concert, the one that begins by saying to you, love each other. 18. Today I say to you, come to me and you will find peace. I have prepared these enclosures to be like trees that give you shade, and under them follow my word. In the second era you heard me in the valleys, on the banks of the rivers and in the mountains. In the temple of nature you were ecstatic and made communion with me. Today you will also look for those places, and there, far from the world that sins and denies me, you will feel the pure environment, saturated with essence, where everything speaks of me, and now free your spirit. Soon will come to unite with my spirit in a perfect communion. 19. Many spirits are looking for me in various religions, sects, and philosophies, and have asked me for the light to find the true path, the shortest, and they do not know that I have come to manifest myself in this nation, under this form that you know. I am leading you all to the light, because my love does not distinguish races or nations. You who hear me, prepare yourselves, transform yourselves, so that you may be my instruments in the work of love, pacification, and uplifting of the Spirit. 20. Through you the prophetic word will go forth, the word that heals and comforts. Do you want to serve humanity? Fundamentals laws that I have given you are love for who has created you and love for one another. All virtues have as their principle love of God and the like. 21. You have all sprouted from me, with equal gifts. I have not distinguished one from the other. Each spirit has the faculties and gifts to work out his own elevation. 22. Be strong, accept your restitution, and collaborate in the work of the third era, so that you can look at the establishment of my kingdom in the spirit of men. Climb, that you may come to inhabit worlds higher than this one, where there are no sufferings, until you have perfected yourself and come to me. If this abode offers you so many satisfactions and contains beauty and grace, think of the spiritual life that awaits you, and from today approach it. I will grant to contemplate from this valley, by means of mirages, that wonderful life full of peace, love, and harmony. 23. I tell you once again, that in me all humanity will be saved. That blood shed at Calvary is life for every spirit. But it is not the blood itself, since it fell into the dust of the earth, but the divine love that is represented in it. When I tell you about my blood, you already know what it is and what meaning it does have. 24. Many men have shed their blood in the service of their Lord and for the love of their brothers. But not her. She has represented divine love, only spiritual, human. 25. The blood of Jesus does represent divine love, because there is no stain in it. In the Master never there was a sin, and of his blood he gave you every drop, to make you understand that God is everything to his creatures, who give himself to them completely, without reservation, because he loves them infinitely. 26. If the dust of the earth drank that liquid that was life in the Master's body, it was so that you would understand that my doctrine was to fertilize the lives of men with the divine irrigation of their love, their wisdom, and their justice. 27. The world, incredulous and skeptical of the Master's words and examples, fights my teaching by saying that Jesus shed his blood to save humanity from sin, and that despite this, the world has not been saved, that sins more every day despite being more of all. 28. Where is the power of that blood of redemption? Men wonder, while those who they should teach the true concepts of my doctrine, they do not know how to satisfy the questions of the hungry of light and thirsty to know the truth. 29. I tell you that at this time, the questions of those who do not know have more depth and meaning than the answers and explanations given to them by those who claim to know the truth. But I have come again to speak to you, and here are my words for those who think that blood reached the rescue of sinners before divine justice, of all those who were lost and condemned to the torture. I tell you, if the all-knowing Father had believed that humanity was not going to take advantage and understand all the teaching that Jesus gave them in his words and deeds, certainly he would never have sent them, because the Creator has never done anything useless, nothing that is not destined to bear fruit from him. But if he sent him to be born, grow up, suffer, and die among men, it is because he knew that that radiant and fruitful life of the Master, he would be marking with his works an indelible path, as an indelible mark, so that all his children will find a path that will lead them to true love, and that fulfilling his doctrine will lead them to the mansion where his Creator awaited them. 30. He also knew that the blood that spoke of purity, of infinite love, spilling every last drop, would teach humanity to fulfill with faith in its Creator the mission that would elevate it to the promised land, where, when presenting your fulfillment, you can tell me, Lord, everything is finished. 31. Now I can tell you that it was not the hour when my blood was shed on the cross, which marked the hour of the human redemption. My blood here remained, in the present world, alive, fresh, tracing with the bloody footprint of my passion, the path of your restitution that will lead you to conquer the home that I have promised you. 32. I have told you, I am the source of life. Come and wash your stains so that you can walk free and saved toward your Creator. 33. My source is of love, inexhaustible and infinite. That is what my blood spilled in that time. She sealed my word. She initialed my doctrine. 34. Also in the desert I gave my people a symbol, manna, even though I entrusted my law to them. 35. At this time you have another manna. It is not the same that fed the people materially. You also have my blood, even if it is not that which flowed from the wounds of Jesus. 36. I am in spirit, and you in spirit are listening to me. You sustain yourselves with my word, which is the bread of life eternal, and purify yourselves by putting my teachings into practice. Now understand that to achieve your salvation, you must also put the part that corresponds to you, which is love and charity towards your brothers. 37. I have given you my blood. Know how to receive it. If with the mere fact that I had given it to you, it will be enough for you to achieve salvation. Truly I tell you, that no one would sin any more, that the earth would no longer be necessary for the expiation of sins, because then all men would already be living in glory. 38. I want you to make yourself worthy of reaching me by your own merits, because being conscious beings, you deserve to enjoy the infinite grace, the ineffable happiness of having reached the bosom of a Father, because you knew love, and you also loved his creatures, who are your brothers. 39. On my merits, found yours. They trace the path for you. They lead you to the highest of the Spirit. Therein where there is light, peace, true life. 40. Here is the Master, who comes to give light to your understanding with his divine lessons, because you are in the time of light. 41. You come quickly to my call, demonstrating conformity to my law, because you have confirmed that by practicing it, you dignify yourself before me. It is the universal law of love that humanity will know and live. It will change the face of the world, transforming troubled men into men of high morals. 42. I am using the same sinners, taking advantage of them, his willingness to regenerate, to set examples to the world. Do not be surprised that I communicate through the sinner, since I have not come to see his sin, but his longing for salvation. 43. If you see that I am even in the smallest beings of nature, how can I ignore you and separate me from you just because you have imperfections, if that's when you need me most? 44. I am life and I am in everyone. That is why nothing can die. Analyze, so that you are not tied to the form. Quiet your senses and find me in the essence. 45. From now on, when you are still incarnated, I want you to know the faculties of the Spirit so that you know my love of you. May your worship be worthy of me, so you will feel me inside and outside of you. 46. There are many doctrines, religions, and sects. They all tend to look for me. But I tell you, the way where everyone will be able to find me is the one where they least look for me. The one of love, which means truth, charity, elevation. 47. I use less and less the figurative sense and the parable, because it is time for you to understand me through this humble and simple word. It is not yet the light of your faith that illuminates the way, even when it should be so. It is the explanation of my revelations that makes you distinguish good from evil. But the light of faith will be kindled in you and will make you see clearly. Remember that I have told you that you will have to save many of your brothers. Do not fear tomorrow. Tomorrow is mine, and in it you will also find me. 48. Who better than you to understand and alleviate the sorrows of your brothers, if they are the same as did you bring before me and those that you are purifying? I will leave you prepared for the consolation of troubled hearts. 49. See how I have helped you understand and carry out the delicate mission that you have received from eternity from me. 50. Do not fear that if you believe and trust in me, you will come out ahead. Remember that man who approached the Master in the second time to tell me, Lord, I believe in you, and I come to ask you to give health to my father that is found dying. I know that if you say so, he will heal. Then the Master, seeing so much faith in him, he said, Go. When you arrive at your home, your healthy father will come out to meet you. So it was. 51. This is how I want your faith to be, and that when you contemplate the wonder, you return to the Father to thank him. 52. You know neither peace nor true love, and I want you to know my peace and that you carry it in your heart, my love. 53. All of you who long for a better life, all of you who live tormented by the confusion that reigns in the world, unite in prayer, so that you begin to attract my peace to earth. Try to put into practice my doctrine, so that my word makes you feel how love begins to reach hearts again. Go preparing yourselves for the arrival of my kingdom among you. Be as emissaries and foreigners of my peace. 54. Evil, which is the set of all human sins, vices, and ignorance, has long ruled over men. But it is my will that now they themselves destroy that power. For this, I will help you. I will lend you my sword, so that with it you can defeat evil. That power will fall shatter. Your influence will be rejected from all hearts. Their voices will be ignored, and their directions will no longer be obeyed. The spirit will be emancipated and will be over sin. Matter will finally bend, and the passions they will become contained. 55. Experience, persuasion, light, and serenity. As fruits of the spiritual evolution of men, they will be the fertile land where my seed descends. 56. I will reign then, but it will be in your heart. The peace of the peoples will be entrusted to you, and I will inspire you from infinity. The differences of races will begin to disappear. The obstacles, until today considered as insurmountable, they will at last be defeated with reason. Equity and good judgment will be in human works, and each man will live in vigil so that the peace of the world is not disturbed. 57. Bitterness and pain will leave an indelible memory in the spirits, and that pain, that memory, will be like a ghost that men will fear, as until today they have feared death. 58. But humanity wants even more tests, and they will come. From these tests many will come out clean hearts and free many of the spirits. The war of ideas, you have not suffered it yet. It must arise and spread, so that the sleeping wake up and those who are parked get out of your routine and move down the path of restitution. My name and my word will be taken as weapons, and with them men will be wounded. But I tell you that they will not be my name or my word, those that wound or kill, but will be the intentions with which men wield them. 59. In the end, you will all be defeated by my doctrine, by my love, because from my word will spring the light that the world needs to believe, to know, and to save yourself. 60. Prepare yourselves, because the responsibility of those who have received my word in this time is very great. 61. It seems strange to you everything that is happening between you at this time. Men and women feel the awakening from their gifts that were asleep. They hear voices from the hereafter. They contemplate spiritual visions. They have prophetic dreams. They shudder under the influence of unknown forces. They feel that their previously dull mind clears and they can analyze deep lessons. The poor of verb recreate themselves with the light of inspiration. The possessed free themselves from their charge and discover that they have the gift of communication with the spirit world. The voice of the Lord is heard by the most prepared. Others achieve wonders with the sick to whom they give health by divine mercy. 62. Faced with all these wonders, there has been joy among all these multitudes who thought they were abandoned by my charity, and they soon discovered that their spirit was full of gifts. Long ago it was announced to you by the mouth of a prophet that this age would come. 63. The time that Joel prophesied to you has come. But I must warn you that those gifts that you have now seen arise from your being, they were not given to you until now. They have had a transformation together with you since the beginning of your spirit, and now at this time, I sent you to earth to gather the fruit of your evolution. 64. The spirit of Elijah came to open this era by touching with the ray of light that exists in him, the understanding of man, a door through which I would later come to pass my light-made word, to give ample teaching to the multitudes and leave my word as a testament and way to a new time. 65. Elijah was the first to make himself heard through the human spokesperson, to announce the proximity of my presence, spirituality among you, and that he would remain as your spiritual shepherd, even after my communication had ceased. It is necessary for Elijah to continue leading you, because not everything that I have come to teach you you will understand by yourselves. 66. Elijah will restore to the true meaning of the teaching that I gave you from the early times. He will enlighten you so that you can find the true interpretation of my revelations. He will touch every spirit and all hearts to awaken you to the light of this new dawn. He too will purify you from all stains and errors that you have mixed with the gifts that you have manifested, because you must not think that you have acted with perfection and that all your work has been attached to the truth. 67. I have marked the year 1950 for the termination of this form of communication by human understanding. But this will not signal the completion of the development of the different gifts that you possess. On the contrary, later, in the absence of my word, your spirit will seek my light, my presence and my inspiration. It will strive to achieve it, perfecting itself more every day. 68. Bear witness to your master with your gifts, applying them to the fulfillment of virtue, to spiritual advancement, to get peace for your brothers. Watch, because a moment of weakness, a step taken without meditation, a test that makes you falter, will be able to deviate you from the straight path, from the path of truth, to make you lose yourself on paths of apparent light that will separate you from your fulfillment. My peace be with you.